Hey, what's going on? Trip Kramer here from tripadvice.com, and today we are talking about the best way to approach women, which I feel like is something that doesn't happen too much anymore. I feel like everyone is just doing online dating. Of course, they might just be doing that for the obvious reasons of what's happening around the world, but still, we got to get back to this because this is going to help you tremendously. Why? Well, first of all, if you're not going out there and meeting women, then you might not be meeting women who you're seeing on the dating apps, right? So my point is you got to be doing both. You got to be approaching women in person and you got to be doing online dating, because if you're doing online dating, that's great. Women that you might not meet out and about, and vice versa. So approaching is huge. You don't want to be stuck with just the women that are just surrounded in your life. Women at work, which I highly, highly recommend you don't meet women at work, because you don't want to get in trouble there, and you don't want to get into a relationship there also. Because what if it doesn't work out? Now you got to see them every day. Like, your work should be your sanctuary, okay? So anyway, my point is you don't want to be just meeting women at the places that you see all the time. The gym that you go to, I know there's cute girls there, but then there's, your work and all the other places, your social circle. You're going to be meeting a finite amount of women if you're just letting the women that you see around be the women that you're talking to. So it is going to be huge for you to be able to get more leads by going out and doing approaches. I don't want you to be stuck just doing online and the women around you. It's not going to be enough, especially if you want to practice getting better with women, if you want to practice being more charismatic with women, if you want to practice being able to flirt with women. Plus, you might meet some amazing women. So you got to do it. Enter approaching into your daily life. How do we do this? Well, there's a process that I've talked about before, but it's been a while that I've talked about it on the YouTube channel. It's called systematic desensitization. A lot of guys feel like they can't go out and approach because it's too scary. And the best way to get over that fear is by desensitizing yourself in a systematic way. So you create a system, you create a habit or a schedule to be going out and meeting women and approaching women in order to desensitize yourself. So what you don't really understand is you can desensitize yourself to things that you're scared of. You can do it with spiders. You can do it with heights. You can do it with snakes. You can do it with public speaking. And you can do it with approaching women. The way we're going to do this is one step at a time to desensitize yourself. A lot of guys, they come on this channel or they go to my podcast. They get all this information. It's overwhelming. They try to use all of it at once. By the way, guilty. I used to do that all the time. I used to go out and read all this material online when I first started. It was so overwhelming that I just didn't end up doing it, or I was just really bad at it because I was thinking of what's the best opener, and then you got to do the neg, and you got to do the close in a certain way, and it was too much. So it's just better if you start off one baby step at a time, just like you're learning any other skill. How would you learn playing basketball, playing guitar? How would you learn calculus? Anything you're learning, you're going to be starting off from the very beginning. You're going to go one baby step at a time, and then you're going to build and build and build and build. I'll give you a whole system on how to do this, but first I want to tell you about this concept that I like to call progress over perfection. Don't think that you have to be great at this right away, right? Just like as if you're picking up a guitar, learning how to play the guitar, or you think you're going to be able to play Stairway to Heaven seamlessly and easily? No. You're going to be fumbling through it. You're going to be trying your best, and you're not going to get it perfect. But every time you pick up the guitar and every time you do practice and play, you will be getting progress. Same exact thing here with approaching women. Every time you say hi to a girl, every time you approach a woman, anytime you talk to a stranger, every time you start a conversation with someone anywhere that you don't know or you do know, you're practicing here. You're practicing, okay? So what I want you to do is I want you to be making a schedule to be able to go out and approach women and talk to women as much as you can. This way, you'll actually do it and you won't give up, okay? You'll actually be able to go through it because you're taking it one baby step at a time and not overwhelming yourself. I actually have a client that I'm working with right now. He's a coaching client of mine. And what we're doing together is we're doing exactly this. I'm holding him accountable and I'm helping him go out and do these little baby approaches. And what's happened in literally the course of 2 months is he went from completely scared to go up and talk to a girl to now, 2 months later, and we're still working together, he's able to get phone numbers from women in the freezing cold of the city that he lives in with the mask on and get dates from them. And he's not like a typically attractive looking guy. He's a very normal, average looking guy. And he's doing this with everything against him, the freezing cold weather, masks, all the excuses in the world, and he's still going out and doing it. And he made progress, and it wasn't magic. He just followed a simple baby step formula. So here's how you can do this. I wrote this down here on my computer so you can have a whole system on how to do this. I'm not going to leave that out, okay? First, find an opener that you're comfortable with, okay? Any opener at all. It doesn't matter what it is. I recommend it's just some sort of question that you can ask someone just to make it easy for you to rinse and repeat. So for example, you could literally leave your phone at home and just go up to a stranger and say, hey, excuse me, real quick, what time is it? Thanks a lot. And then you walk away. Or you go up and say, hey, do you know a good coffee shop around here? Oh, cool, great, thanks. And you walk away. The point is, come up with any opener or steal the ones I just gave you to start the process, okay? Now, for some guys, that's gonna be very easy for you. You're gonna do that and be like, Trip, that was a joke, what's next? But just start there. And by the way, try it before you judge it. Some guys think it's really easy, then they go out and they try it and they're like, Trip, actually that was really hard. By the way, if you're interested in coaching, I'll put a link down below so we can work on this together, but I'll talk about that in a second. So anyways, make sure that you try it no matter what, okay? Do that 10 times in a week. If you can't do it 10 times in a week, don't continue to the next step until you do. Once you can accomplish that 10 times in a week, we go to the next step, okay? The next step is I want you to do that again, but only to the most attractive women. The reason why is I found out when I'm coaching guys is I give them the homework, they do it, I go, how'd it go? They go, it went well, but I didn't do it to the women that I was really attracted to. And I want to be practicing this on the women that I'm really attracted to because those are the women that I eventually want to be talking to. I said, you're right, that's great. Here's the next step. We're going to do it again, repeat the exact same homework, whatever dumb little line you want to say to make it easy, and do it 10 times in a week only to attractive women. So if you do it 20 times, but not all of them were attractive, that didn't work. You got to do it 10 times and all of them are attractive. So they only count as an approach if you're doing it to a woman that you are actually attracted to. If you accomplish that, then we can go to the next step. The next step is the next week. So now we're on week 3. You can go up to 5 women and I want you to actually try to start a conversation with them, okay? So a good opener is just like, hey, 2 seconds, I had to come meet you. And then you say, are you from, and then the city that you're in. Like I'm in Chicago, so I'd say, hey, 2 seconds, I had to come meet you. Are you from Chicago? And then continue talking about that. If you have another following line that you want to say, if you're like, that's dumb, Trip, I'm not going to say, are you from Chicago? That's fine. Use whatever you want. The point is, get into conversation and start talking to them. Do that 5 times. The following week, make sure that you do it again, but to the women that you are only very attracted to. And then just keep repeating that last one over and over and over and over and over. Of course, there's other little things in there, stuff that you and I can work on with coaching. It's not so easy for everyone to do this, and there's different little variables to work on, whether it's your body language or it is different openers that we're using, or it is how to continue the conversation, how to flirt with women. If you need help with that, highly suggest you check out coaching. There's a link down below to apply to work with me one-on-one. Not going to send you to any other coaches. You're just working with me. But if you don't want to do that, you have a whole plan here and you know what to do for at least 3 to 4 weeks. Implement that and see what happens. You are going to get better. You are going to get more desensitized. And as long as you use some of the principles in this video, we're talking about making sure that it's progress over perfection. If you screw it up, if you don't get it right, if you go into a conversation and it doesn't last that long or you forget what to say, oh well, you still did it. Progress over perfection. Go do it. I want to hear from you. Let us know if you did it at least week 1. I know we're not going to have guys who come back 3 weeks later to this video. So at least do the first part of this assignment. If you did, write down in the comments, I did 10. I want to see a bunch of these. Just do it, see how it works, see what it does for you, and you'll see that it's going to get you more results. And so you can start approaching women and making this part of your life so you have more women to talk to outside of online and your immediate circle. Hope that helps. Don't forget, there's always coaching if you need help. down below. Click that link. Otherwise, I'll see you on the next video.